Wayne, thank you so much for chatting to us today.
Pleasure.
So tell us, what market trends are you seeing at the moment?
Okay, at the moment we're seeing a lot of transition for couples downsizing out of their homes, moving from the upper North Shore, which is a very leafy type suburb, down to the northern beaches of Sydney. So people are going for that beach lifestyle.
In your business, what accomplishments are you most proud of this year?
This year, I've doubled my team. So I've gone from having 2 people in the team to now there's 4 of us in the team. So that's going to allow us a lot more leverage.
What areas are you seeing the most growth in?
Most growth, in terms of how I would interpret that question, most growth I've seen is in social media, in that space. I think there's incredible opportunity once you learn how to use that space really well, but that's where I've seen a lot of growth this year. So,
What's been your most memorable listing?
my most memorable listing is when I sold John McGrath's house for him.
That would have been.
That's something I'll never forget. So, and I was
Absolutely.
quite honoured and obviously very proud of that.
Yeah. What are vendors looking for, do you think, when they're selecting an agent?
Good question. I think there's 4 parts to that. The first part is lots of energy. Lots of energy from the agent. I think honesty has been the second part, is pretty important. A great strategy and a definite sales plan to reach as many buyers as possible. And the third thing is an agent that's a very good negotiator. I think they're the 4 things that vendors really are looking for.
What's a tip on how to achieve the best price for a vendor?
I think invest heavily in your marketing up front, because that way you're going to have the best buyer reach there is. So have lots of combinations. It's a reasonably small investment in marketing right across all the avenues that we use to potentially get a much larger return. So I think invest in marketing.
What do you expect from the market over the next 6 months?
Stability. I think with the banking royal commissions, almost progressing, APRA, tightening up the lending laws about a year ago, but then they've slightly been loosened again. The last couple of weeks I've seen a very stable market, and I expect the next 6 months to be quite stable. So,
Marketing, obviously, as you said, so crucial for
Yeah.
a vendor to get the most successful sale. Why
Yeah.
is that, do you think? Why is marketing so important?
it's super important because you can't sell a secret, number one, and why you need a selection of different avenues to choose when you do your marketing is different people use different mediums. So I still find a lot of people read the paper. Obviously a lot of people are very tech savvy and are into social media. That's a very good avenue. But you've got to get the property out there and into the marketplace. The very nice thing these days is you can use a multiplying effect in social media.
Yeah. What is your goal for every vendor marketing campaign that you run?
Obviously get the highest price, but leave no stone unturned when it comes to marketing. I think that a lot of agents think people want to choose the cheapest marketing package, but I think the other way around. I think make the investment. Let's leave no stone unturned. Let's get this property out there in the broadest marketing space we can. And then when it comes to choosing the price or accepting a price at the end, you can be confident you've done everything. So,
46 of the top 50 advertisers in Australia use print advertising. Why do you think that is?
because it works, I think, yeah. So interesting enough, one of the papers we use on the North, we did a bit of research into how it performed over a 12-month period. So we actually interviewed all of our purchasers for 12 months. We found that 65% of people did use the web, but we also found that 35% of people first saw that property in the paper.
Looking at News Corp, realestate.com.au, they often talk about print and digital being a more effective combination rather than in isolation. What's your thoughts on that?
I would agree with that, because that piece of research we did before also showed that when we really drilled down into it, 28% of people were driven to online because they first saw the property in the paper. So they see it in the paper, then they go to the website to look for floor plans, videos, etc., etc. In some situations, that increased our open for inspection attendances by 42%. So, yeah, incredible numbers, I know.
Just on local area marketing, 8 out of 10 home buyers use their local newspaper during their move, mainly to get a sense of their new community.
Yeah.
How important is local area marketing to you?
Super important, because you've got to realise a lot of the papers that have been distributed, and I'll talk about papers, but you've got DL cards and things like that, but newspapers go back historically almost 30 years, maybe more. You'd probably know the exact number. People have been reading local papers for a very long time, so that trend is continuing. especially some of the older people that aren't tech savvy. Some people we deal with haven't got email addresses. So, but their source of information is the local paper. So,
Well, it's been great to get your insights. Thank you so much for
Pleasure.
chatting to us today.
lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.